So, hi all, welcome to Business Life, a channel for share market and business. So, today's topic is how the market is so up, or how is it bounced so fast when the economy is still struggling. So, we're going to cover up many things in detail, so that will give you a clear idea that what you exactly have to do at this moment in share market and in your personal life. So, what are the current issues at the moment? One is the COVID still not ended. It's still rising high and high. If you see the cases compared to last month and now in India, especially, it's almost three times. I would not even say double. It's almost three times. It was earlier. It was almost 3,000, 2,000 to 3,000 cases a day. Now you can always see 8 to 9,000 a day, and it's almost crossed 2 lakh. And the second concern is on the financials. If you see the financials of 2019 and 2020, so you would know how the business is responding the last year and this year, and how it's impacting the complete business in India. The third point is on the GDP of India. If you see the GDP, it's continuously falling down, and I think last study somewhere it's almost around 3.1%. And the fourth bigger concern is closing down of businesses. A lot of business are closing down. So next one is, if you see post lockdown or post this pandemic, we almost losing around 60-70%, or even study says even it touched 80% of business loss in India overall. The next huge concern is on unemployment. If you see the unemployment rate is increasing day by day, when you see businesses are closing down, obviously the unemployment rate also increases. When you don't have a business, it's very difficult for a business to continuously give employment. So when you see a huge bounce of share market, when you actually know the economy is completely falling down, and you never know when it's going to be up and normal. So we've just done a small analysis. We've been going into the history and data and checking the details, how safe is to invest, or what you actually have to do, or what you have to be more careful about. So this would help you to take a decision accordingly. Coming to the point, how is market up at this moment? So one major reason is people are completely blindfolded at this moment. By blindfolded, when I say people, if you see awareness, or if you see the fear in people, 2 months back when the COVID hit, it was completely very high. When the cases were only 1,000, so you saw a lot of fear in people. But now the cases almost touch 2 lakh, and life is as normal. It's good in sometimes, but reality is totally different. So you need to be cautious over there when you invest in market, because it's still not certain. People directly comparing to the USA market. So when you see US market is high, it's picking up. If you see, it's almost 52-week high right now in US market. So that is directly replicating in Indian market. A lot of new people, or a lot of existing, a lot of retailers who invest in share market try to buy a lot of shares. So demand is increasing day by day. When you see a market going so up at this moment without any much of solution to the situation, so there is a lot of unusual things going in your mind. So you will have a lot of doubts, or a lot of clarification required. So is it a trap, or is it, they say it's called a bull trap, or is it operator trying to play around with numbers? So bigger question over here is, you need to ask yourself is, can the market bounce so fast? So can the market bounce back so quickly? So if you go into history, if you go into 1929 Great Depression, it almost took 4 years for the market to bounce back. And in 2008, when you had a Great Recession, we almost took 18 months to recover the market. The stock market almost fell 90% at the time of Great Depression in 1929. So in 2008, it almost like 40-50% approximately. So those recoveries took a longer time. So if you talk about the pandemic situation, So it actually we started realizing, or the market started reacting by end of March. If you see Jan to March statistics, it was not that down. It didn't react or it didn't respond to the COVID, because by end of March, when China first reported the case, they reported it's only going to be inside China. It's not going to be it's not going to be out of China. So during that hope, if you see the market actually bounced back in India, the Sensex almost it was in 41,000, it became 42,000 post COVID news in March. So by end of March, post China again informed that it's going to it is possible of human to human. And when you started noticing like every country started having COVID, that's when the panic situation started coming, and you saw a huge fall in the market, huge fall in business. Lockdown started all right now. It's almost 75 days plus approximately for the lockdown. So now we can see a slow relaxation in lockdown, but we're talking about the situation, how the business going to respond. So that is a bigger question in everyone's mind. That is this pandemic going to be the next Great Depression? So these are the pointers what we did analyze, that it can become the next great pandemic, or it may not. It can recover faster. We need to wait and watch the situation. Depends on how government takes steps and how they bring up new packages to solve the issues. So we would wait and watch for the situation at the moment. So first we'll start with a negative. I would say, what are the things can pull the market down, or what are the things can pull market down in shareholder perspective. So one is GDP growth of continuously falling down. Second one is increase of corona cases. So third one is corporate earnings. If you see the corporate earnings is falling day by day when the global market is affected. So automatically that will impact Indian market. So in that way, if you see that a lot of corporate earnings are reducing. The fourth one is unemployment. Increase of unemployment causes a lot of panic in people. When you lose a lot of job, that will in turn affect into non-payment of loans. Banks start suffering. So that is the fourth point of what you see a negative of market to further fall down. So the fifth one is overvalued of stock. So what the study says is right now all the values of shares are little overvalued than it should be right now, according to the situation and according to the current time. I think all the prices of the stocks are overvalued. So that will also pull it down when any bad news comes in. The sixth point comes into mind for a lot of people is this going to be a trap? Should I invest now? Should I buy now? Or should I just sell it? So a lot of people may sell thinking that at least I can safeguard my money now. So that will lead to a fall in the market. So these are the pointers which can cause or which may cause market to fall further in the coming days or weeks. So next one would be the positive. As we said, we started negative and we want to at least end with some positive. So now getting into the positive side of the situations, how the market can still further go up from the situation. One is vaccination for COVID. Once you get that vaccination, I think things will be solved more quickly, and you can see a market bouncing back more better than currently how it's responding. So that's one point of positive. And second thing, even though the death is bad news, but if you see the death rate compared to the people who are affected with COVID, it's very low. I would say very, very low. It's not creating a lot of panic. If the death rate was high, the panic would have increased. And recovery of the third one is the recovery of COVID. A lot of patients, if you see the latest reports, a lot of percentage of people who are affected COVID are recovering faster. So that gives you a positive news that it's not going to be a huge panic. You can see that a lot of people are getting recovered. So that helps the market go more further up. Fourth pointer is, if you see throughout the lockdown, government has been supporting, government has been announcing a lot of packages for the people. So if they come up with the right package or a good package for the business and people, that will also hold the market well. So, so hoping for the government to get involved and try and sort the issue more better, so that you get a lot of good packages announced, and that will boost the market more. So if you see in the past few months, the government kept on announcing few packages in between. So whenever you see announcement of packages, that you can see the response of the market boosting up. So they need to plan and announce the package and offer for the business and help the business people. So when they do that, you can see a strong market holding and market bouncing back. So so these are pointers of positive and negative, which you may see in the market. If you see some shares, it's if you booked good profit, I would say not for the long termers. At least for the short termers, do not be looking, because because you're seeing a huge bullish rally. I would say if you book good decent profit, you can sell and exit and have that money there in account, at least for a certain time. For long termers, as I said, it's not going to be a big challenge, because this situation would pass on. After, I think, if you see, even Greater Depression did recover, even though it took time, but it will definitely recover. It's not that going to be lifelong, at least in 1 year, 2 year. Even this pandemic situation can easily recover in coming years. So long termers do not have to worry about it. You can have your investment as it is. But short termers, I think, I think there'll be a lot of people who are about share and waiting to sell it in few days or after a few weeks. I think once you book a decent profit, I would say sell. And even though we advise a lot of people to buy shares, but at this moment, I would say be cautious, carefully invest. Do not blindly buy just seeing a good rally. So our advice is try and increase your income and reduce your spendings. So that will be a great takeaway for now. So because you never know what's going to happen in coming days or coming weeks or coming months. So it can be worse. It can recover. Because seeing the current pandemic situation, the future looks little uncertain. So you never know how when the vaccination is going to come, when things going to be normal. So that's the reason, being on a positive mind, I would say stay home maximum possible. Do not go out unnecessarily, because you never know who's having COVID now. Because when the lockdown is in a relaxation mode, you can get a lot of people outside roaming, so without taking much care. So I would say you be careful, stay at home maximum possible. If you have work at home, utilize that. Do not try and going out for unnecessary reason until things settle down. Yeah, that's all. Thank you so much for watching our video. Do like and comment. Comment if you have any queries. We will definitely revert back. Thank you so much.